My dear brothers and sisters in the risen Lord, fifth week of Easter Friday. It is good that men should think, but it is dispensable that men should love, said by Bernard Bell. Mother Teresa is an embodiment of love. She spread her heart and spent it in loving others, especially the poor. In loving the poor and the unfortunate, she expressed her love for Christ, her master. One day, while addressing the youth, she brought out the link between prayer, faith, love, and service. She said to them, "You, today, as young people, all those who are studying, working, and preparing for the future, have that conviction, have that tender love for Christ, and with Him and through Him, you'll be able to do great things. But to be able to do that, we need to pray. And the fruit of prayer is deepening of faith. The fruit of faith is love, and the fruit of love is service." In today's gospel, Jesus again discourses upon love and elucidated its pattern and nature. Let's note 1. The pattern for love. Jesus loved his disciples very dearly. He laid down his life for them. Somebody very beautifully said, Lord Jesus loved us so much that he stretched out his hands and died upon the cross for us. There is nothing which Christ did not do for us because of his love. He even left the company of the angels and descended into this cesspool, the earth, in order to be one with us so that we could be one with him. St. Paul, the great lover of Christ, very beautifully described Christ's love and emptying. He said, though he was in the form of God, Christ did not count equality with God as something to be exploited, but he emptied himself, taking the form of a servant, being found in human form. He humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Philippians chapter 2, verses 6 to 8. Jesus expressed his love to the disciples by calling them his friends. He had tender feelings towards his disciples. He did not treat them as bond servants. He treated them as his own friends. He treated them as his confidants and shared with them whatever he heard from his Father. Christ's love is so deep that we cannot go under it. It is so wide that we cannot go around it. And it is so high that we cannot go over it. Jesus' love is a pattern for his disciples. We are called to love one another, not as St. Peter loved us or St. Paul, but Christ loved us. He is the measure and the motive for our love. We are called to love others as Christ loves us. The nature of love. To love is the command of the Lord. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. The Lord filtered all the commandments into this one commandment: love one another. The commands of the Lord are fashioned according to the sins of the people. The grave sin of the people of Israel in the Old Testament was running behind other gods. And therefore the Lord decreed idolatry as the greatest sin. But the most tempting sin of the Christian is uncharitableness, and therefore Christ decreed the commandment of love as the most important commandment. Let us obey and keep the commandment of love as love one another. May God bless you all.